For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders, and his name shall be Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. This scripture is taken from Isaiah 9:6, and it is one of the most popular scriptures during this Christmas season. When we look at these names of Jesus, they reflect what he means to us, and it is so important for us to look at these names keenly during this Christmas season. The first name is Wonderful. And when we hear the word wonderful in our daily conversations, it represents someone or something excellent, lovely, something nice, something good. When we say that somebody is wonderful, we are talking about their character, all their actions. She is so wonderful. Look at what she did for me. Look at what she gave me. So when we look at Jesus as wonderful, we know for sure that we are getting a good gift this Christmas, because we are getting Jesus Christ, who is wonderful. But Jesus is not just wonderful. The verse says that he is Wonderful Counselor. And many of us, when we hear about counselor, we think about someone that we go to help us to deal with traumatic experiences in our lives, or someone that we want to share with our deepest thoughts and our deepest secrets sometimes. So when Jesus is described as a wonderful counselor, it follows that he is trustworthy. Jesus Christ is somebody that we can go to without fearing that our secrets will be exposed, without fearing that he will reject us. But he's a person that we go to as that counselor who will welcome us, who will allow us to share with him, and who will understand our problems and the things that we share with him. And as we think about Christmas, it is a wonderful time to lay our burdens down to the wonderful counselor. And so we welcome you this Christmas to look at Jesus as the wonderful counselor in whom we can entrust our lives and everything that concerns us. The other word for Jesus is Mighty God. And this one does not need a lot of elaboration. God is mighty. And this looks at Jesus as part of the Godhead. That he is not just the Son of God, he is God himself. That he is worthy of all our praise, worthy of all honor and adoration. And Christmas time is a wonderful time to remember the shepherds that went to worship Jesus as he was born. And it's a time for us to worship God, Jesus as God during this season, because it is God coming down as man to come and save us. Next, we see Jesus described as the Everlasting Father. And as I looked at this, I thought that, many times our earthly fathers may not live up to our expectations. We may even have a father's wound for things that they did or did do in our lives. But by Jesus being described as the Everlasting Father, he represents a new kind of father, one who will always be there from the beginning to the end of our lives. And therefore, it is so important for us to be secure in who we are in God, who is our everlasting Father. So we take time this Christmas to reflect on our relationship with our Father in heaven, and to make sure that we are living right by his standards and by the calling that he has placed upon our lives. Finally, Jesus is described as the Prince of Peace. And this is in the sense that Jesus came to bring peace on earth. And what a time to remember this when we are surrounded by violence, conflict, talks of war around the world. This is a perfect time to remember that Jesus came so that we may have peace, and that he said he does not bring peace the way that the world brings peace. This is peace that is everlasting. It is peace that we can carry in our hearts no matter the circumstances that we are facing physically. That, as the hymn writers say, that when all around my soul gives way, he then is my peace and my stay. So from all of us at TWR-Kenya and SIFA FM stations, we want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a blessed 2018.